Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning. This is the Senior Moments Show. I am your host today, Sid Roeder, and I'm visiting today with Jessica Tarbett. Sorry, got that wrong. She is the administrator at Maple Springs Senior Living Community. Welcome, Jessica.
Oh, thank you, Sid. I appreciate it. Happy to be here.
It's good to have you here. Also, I'd like to mention that Jessica is our newest member, or Maple Springs is our newest member with the Empowering Seniors Group, which sponsors this radio show. This Empowering Seniors Group is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. Or lastly, you can give me a call personally at 435-512-6406. Well, Jessica, it's good to have you here today. As I mentioned before, you are an administrator with Maple Springs Senior Living Community. I'm a little tongue-tied today, obviously, and my accent comes out. I must have not slept enough last night. But let's talk a little bit about you. Let's see a little bit about your history and why you do what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sid. And we're so excited to be a part of Empowering Seniors. Your mission goes right along with everything that we do at Maple Springs. My history in senior living goes back to when I was a kid, really. I enjoyed being a caregiver. I had a father who had a lot of health issues, and I loved spending the night in the hospital with him and helping him. And then that turned into helping a grandfather with Alzheimer's. He would wake up in the middle of the night thinking he had to go feed the cows. And I felt like I was, lucky enough to have that experience and enjoy those experiences within my own home, which led me to being a CNA, or a certified nursing assistant, at 18. Fast forward a couple of years, and I was able to enjoy different aspects of senior living. I did some marketing and admissions, mostly with assisted living. When a beautiful building in Logan called Maple Springs was being built, I was very curious and had met up with one of the owners, and they had asked me to come aboard prior to opening and really kind of help get that building going. And this time it was as an administrator, which I had no experience, but was excited to give it a try. After a few years of being the administrator on the assisted living side, I had the opportunity to take over our whole community. So currently I'm the administrator of the skilled nursing, assisted living, and the memory care, which has been an incredibly difficult and wonderfully, wonderful experience. We have had an interesting last few years with opening up a building and filling up, and then experiencing COVID like the rest of the world, and really coming through that stronger than ever with what I believe is by far the best staff in the Valley, and a wonderful group of residents that take care of each other and take care of us as staff as well. So being a part of that community has fulfilled me beyond measure. I'm able to bring my family into it and bring my kids to work. It's a wonderful family feeling of staff and management and residents all taking care of each other.
Thank you. What a tribute. And actually, that brings me to a second question, because we've talked a little bit about the radio show and how Maple Springs came about. And you've been there since 2017, I understand. So tell us a little bit, because this is not a corporate. This is local ownership. Can you tell us a little bit about the owners?
Yes, absolutely. That was really one of the things that drew me to Maple Springs. Maple Springs had started a community in Brigham City, which was an independent and assisted living. And I noticed how they really focused on residents and the activities, as opposed to huge marketing campaigns and large events to draw in the public. They took that money and they focused it on improving the lives of their residents, and which really, created the community that I wanted to be a part of. So the owners are actually, they're local folks between North Logan and Brigham City, a few physicians who wanted to see something different for senior care. They were helping that population on the medical side and noticed that there was a gap. There wasn't communities that they felt passionate about, that they felt comfortable sending their patients. And so they decided to do it and do it different and better, in my opinion. Local owners, we have 5 communities, all under just those local owners between Brigham City, North Logan, and a couple in Alaska, which has been fun. They really found an area in Alaska that was needing those services. There's no plans to be one of these giant corporations. They want to keep it close to the chest and be able to continue that community and family feeling in just a few locations.
So do you know, are there any plans for any expansions in Utah, though?
Not that I'm aware of, but I might not be privy to the big decisions. So, I know that if there's a need, that they want to fill that, but they want to do it responsibly and able to provide the best community they can.
So if I were to ask you really quick before we're heading out to our first break here in a minute, what is a benefit of having a locally owned facility?
Absolutely. I think we're able to make those decisions that meet our residents' needs. I think we all know Cache Valley is just a little different place. We have different priorities, different passions, and so we're able to make those decisions that are right for our residents, regardless of what the top dogs say, the big companies. So we know our residents, so we can do what's best.
That's great. And again, before we step out to our break, would you share the location of Maple Springs and also maybe a good phone number to call if someone's interested to have, I assume you do tours, right?
Absolutely,
okay.
Anytime. So Maple Springs of North Logan is located at 350 East, 2200 North in North Logan, and you can call us at 435-753-9400.
Thank you, Jessica. This is the Senior Moments Show, visiting today with Jessica Tarbett. She's the administrator at Maple Springs Senior Living Community in North Logan. We are sponsored as a radio show by the Empowering Seniors Group. Again, if you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week. Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Did you know that one of the greatest threats to our quality of life is a fall? 1/3 of Americans 65 and older and 1/2 of those over 80 will fall this year. Many will never be the same again and some will never return to their homes. This is Bruce at Comfort Care. One of the ways we can help people stay in their home is through our free in-home fall protection survey. Let us help you identify these fall risks. Call us at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I am your host today, Sid Roeder, and I'm visiting with Jessica Tarbett. She is the administrator at Maple Springs Senior Living Community here in North Logan. Welcome back, Jessica.
Thank you.
And our producer actually made us aware during the break that we should probably mention, because our reach is also into Brigham City. There is a Brigham City facility. Jessica, would you like to share that location and that phone number with our listeners?
Absolutely. So Maple Springs in Brigham City is an assisted living and independent living community. They are located at 1040 Medical Drive in Brigham City. It's a great location by the hospital. And their phone number is 435-723-9100.
Thank you. And that just ramped me up for my next question, because I always encounter seniors in my business in real estate that are not sure on what the difference is between assisted and independent living. Can you enlighten us?
Absolutely. We get this question all of the time. You know, there's nothing more intimidating than having a parent that's not doing well, and all of the sudden you're presented with all these different options, and many people are not sure what it all means. So independent living is a wonderful place where someone that can go who just wants great meals and activities and maybe isn't safe to be at home anymore because they shouldn't be alone. They might need some monitoring. They might just need to be able to have some healthy interactions and someone ensuring that they're getting good meals and getting checked on. Assisted living really focuses on what we call activities of daily living. So things like showering, changing our clothes, help putting socks on, simple things like that. Also medication management, as long as it only takes one person to assist you. Those are kind of the guidelines for the state of Utah. If someone needs more assistance than that, we start looking at skilled nursing. Our memory care is also licensed under the assisted living, so we can help our residents with all of their activities of daily living and really focus on making sure they're up in the morning, they're dressed appropriately, they're clean, they make it to their meals, just to ensure that quality of life, that they're comfortable, they're clean, and that they're well taken care of.
So you mentioned memory care. So I'm assuming you're also differentiating with your residents in the ones that have to be reminded to have some fluid intake, etc.?
Absolutely. And we are lucky to have a whole area dedicated to dementia and other cognitive issues. We call it the Lighthouse. I think oftentimes when we talk about dementia and Alzheimer's, it feels dark and scary, and it doesn't have to be. Our Lighthouse is a beautiful area where we have 15 apartments. It's just enough for us to really focus on those folks. It's a secured area because, as we know, many, like my grandpa, they want to wander outside to go feed the cows or go start the truck. And so we're able to maintain a safe atmosphere, and one that they feel safe and comfortable in as well. We see a lot of residents transition from home, and after a few weeks, they don't necessarily want to leave that area because they understand they're safe. They get to know our staff. They might not remember our names, but they know that we care about them. And we have dedicated an activities person just for the lighthouse. So we can have a schedule of stimulation and destimulation to really help those residents make it through their day more successfully, especially without the use of antipsychotics and other medications that might make them sleepy. We really try to focus on other interventions that we can, improve their quality of life and maintain some fun too.
So what are some of the activities you offer those residents?
Absolutely. Structure is really important back there. So most days we follow the same structure, and we have exercises right off the bat. After breakfast, let's get the body moving. Let's get the blood flowing. So we have exercises, then we usually have some kind of art or music therapy. And meal times are still really important. It's more of like a family gathering. We sit around the table together, family style. The aides sit with them. So there's no, differentiation there. We're all part of the same family. Some of the things that we love to do with our residents who might have some high anxiety is find activities that they've been doing their whole lives. Some of these, especially the ladies, it's from a different time, but they did laundry all day. So you take a bin of socks and they feel purpose. They know they're helping, they're accomplishing something. So anything that keeps the hands busy, right? So crocheting, folding laundry, putting puzzles together. We have one gentleman who likes to screw on bolts. He has a whole board, and we got him some PVC pipes, and nothing makes him feel better than feeling like he's accomplishing something. We all are trying to find purpose every day. That doesn't change as we age. So the memory care creates some really unique opportunities for us to challenge ourselves in our training and find ways to help these residents have that quality of life.
That sounds like a really custom application here per resident.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always a learning process, gathering information from families and finding really what works for them. It's a learning process. It's a team effort. We pull out all the stops and do a lot of Googling to find, what will work for different folks. And some of the ladies still, they want to take care of others. So, if you find ways for them to be fulfilled, it's a better atmosphere for everyone.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Now we've talked a lot about, you called it the lighthouse.
The lighthouse, yes.
So let's talk a little bit about, before we come up on our second break in a minute, what other services do you offer?
Absolutely. So one thing that we love to focus on is our skilled nursing. We're really the only community in the Valley that has all services under the same roof. And so our residents are able to age in place. So if they're requiring more than one person to assist them getting dressed, using the restroom, any of that, we are able to just transition them down the hall, essentially. So we still know them, they still know us, and we're able to meet all their physical and mental needs right in our community.
Yeah, I can imagine that's very soothing for people to actually be in the same facility still. We're already coming up on our second break, so I don't want to miss a chance, Jessica, to let you share your digits with the listeners one more time.
Perfect. Yep, you can call us at Maple Springs of North Logan at 435-753-9400.
Thank you. This is the Senior Moments Show, visiting today with Jessica Tarbett. She's the administrator at Maple Springs Senior Living Community in North Logan. We're going to take a little break here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know 10,000 baby boomers qualify for Medicare every day? Did you know that you'll start to get swamped with mail about Medicare 6 months before your 65th birthday? Did you also know it doesn't cost anything to use an insurance agent to help you navigate through all those offers? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. Let me help you understand all the offers you're receiving and find the plan that fits best for your situation. Call me today at 435-890-8155.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moments Show. I am your host, Sid Roederer, visiting today with Jessica Tarbett. She is the administrator of Maple Springs Senior Living Community. Welcome back, Jessica.
Thank you, Sid.
It's good to have you. We've talked a little bit about the different services and different locations of Maple Springs. We have not touched on rehabilitation, so talk a little bit about that segment.
Yep. This is something we're so proud of. You know, senior living is about taking care of our elders, no matter their place, right? So whether that's at home or with us, we are invested. We want that generation to get the proper care they need. So oftentimes that is going to be in the home, like I said. So we, in our rehab, that is our whole goal. You know, when someone comes to us for rehabilitation, our goal is to get them back to wherever they want to be. If that's home, if that's an independent living, if that's an assisted living, that's terrific. So we are able to accommodate physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech and language pathology 6 days a week. So a lot of our seniors, we know, get into precarious situations, whether that's with illnesses or injuries. Our goal is to get them back where they need to be safely.
Okay, so when you say 6 days a week, so that just means there's no therapy on the seventh day?
Right,
Okay.
right.
Just
Yep, I know. Good question. No, there are still plenty of other employees, but yeah, therapy does get to take a break.
Okay, well, and it's probably good for the residents too, that they get to
Yes,
take a
they're
break.
usually pretty worn out.
So how do you, let's get a little bit into the technicalities. How does someone get to Maple Springs for rehab? How do they qualify? What does the insurance side look like?
Perfect. So rehabilitation is insurance based. So usually there has to be some kind of event, whether it's a hospitalization or an injury and the physician orders it. There are a million different nuances with insurance. So every insurance is a little bit different. But essentially, if you have an injury or an illness or an event, give us a call. As soon as we get insurance information, we can reach out to the insurance and see how we can assist. Oftentimes, it is more at following a hospitalization, and the hospital will reach out and say, hey, we have this patient ready for discharge. They send us all of the information. We will go and pick up the resident from the hospital and bring them to us. We have all private rooms, so they get a big, beautiful, little studio apartment that is furnished with a hospital bed or a recliner. They're all set for their stay. And then once they're there with us, we do all sorts of assessments, physical, cognitive, emotional, to make sure, that they're doing okay. That's a really hard situation to be in. So we're able to have our social worker really get in there and make sure we understand their goals and the family's goals. And then we have a terrific therapy director who goes in and does assessments to determine, can this patient benefit from occupational therapy and physical therapy and speech? And then they get them on the schedule, and they work really hard, at least 3 times a day, with those folks and push as much as is safe to get them back on their feet. We have a great group of therapists who are always doing their continuing education and trying new programs. We could have a whole show just on the different therapy programs. And then we check in kind of weekly with families and say, hey, this is where we're at. What is it required to be safe at home for this resident? And we work as a team. We call it an interdisciplinary team because it takes all the therapy, the nursing, and the family to make sure that resident is set up for success at home.
Awesome. This actually brought a question in my head, and maybe it's a silly question because you're a senior living facility. If on the rehab end, is there an age requirement?
No, there's not. We've actually taken care of all sorts of folks from early 20s on, really, due to car accidents or other illnesses, infections. When COVID was with us, we had several younger folks following up with COVID. So we're really able to accommodate anyone and their needs. But we understand the insurance world is difficult. So just give us a call, give us your information, and we'll start doing the hard work for you.
That's fantastic, Jessica. We're a little more than a minute away from the end of our show today. So I just want to ask you if there's anything that stands out to you that we haven't talked about that you'd like to touch on.
I think one of the most important things for folks is to prepare before an event. So, before that fall or that hospitalization, find out your options for senior living. Come and take a tour, see what it feels like in the community, see the employees, count name tags, come in before the crisis.
So in order to do that, is there a good phone number to call to set up a tour?
Absolutely. You can call us at 435-753-9400.
Thank you, Jessica. This is the Senior Moments Show. Oops, I almost messed up our name here. Visiting today with Jessica Tarbett, Administrator at Maple Springs Senior Living Community. And again, our show is sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're at the end of our show, but we hope you tune in again next week.